don't feel like you have to look into the camera, but when you do, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, don't
be scared of the
Don't look at the camera.
Yeah, go
like, oh my God.
Yeah. Give him that sexy look.
Quickly look away.
Clear me a space to lay my thoughts. The past is in my mind. And dollar signs collide with kisses on red cold lips of night. Women with no tenderness give love without a fight. So what could what should what could I do? Give my doubts, give my doubts, give my doubts relief. Chaos rain pours in my eyes, running blind I fell. Wise and wicked words she spoke, she spun me round real tight. So what could what should what could I do? Give my doubts, give my doubts,
Hey, Mark. How's it going, man?
Tom, good. Yourself?
Real good.
Awesome.
So what's with Elvicious Cash?
Interesting name, isn't it?
Yes, very interesting.
Well, I found myself in Halloween of 2009 without a costume or anything, and it dawned on me to put together a costume based on 4 of my musical influences, which would be both Elvises, Presley and Costello, Sid Vicious and Johnny Cash. So that's what I did, and I put a whole outfit together, and that was what I was, and it stuck with me. So I kind of became a stage name.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, you know, but those are all different types of music.
Yeah.
As far as each individual had a completely different type of music.
Yeah.
What is that with you as far as your style?
Well, the musical influences definitely were Elvis and Johnny Cash. I grew up on that stuff. My dad had a good friend that was an acoustic guitar player at the Ryman for the Grand Ole Opry, and he turned me on to a lot of old country stuff, and that's where I kind of got those influences, the Sun Records era. And then as I grew up and was a teenager is when Elvis Costello came out, and just had been an instant fan of his songwriting and his vocalizations and orchestrations. Is genius in my opinion. The Sid Vicious was more of an attitude. I grew up and came into my own in the late 70s, early 80s when punk rock really took off, and that was what I identified with as far as personality goes. That's kind of softened a little over the years, but yeah.
If the sky is a canvas on which I paint my thoughts, then today will be dark and gray. Yeah, to show off my distraught, my mind full of confusion. Words don't mean a thing. I lift my head to heaven. I can only think one thing. It looks like rain coming down. Looks like rain coming down. It looks like rain gonna wash away the stain like rain. Is there anything which one can say? The sun rises and it sets today, and the wind blows north and south. Yeah, round and round and round and round it goes. Only God in heaven knows. Streams flow to the sea, but the sea is never full. And if there's one thing that we know for sure, under the sun there's nothing new. Looks like rain coming down. Looks like rain coming down. Looks like rain gonna wash away the stain like rain coming down. Oh, the rain falls, washes up parched and dried up land. My soul that's broken bare longs for the touch of your strong hand. It looks like rain coming down. Looks like rain coming down. It looks looks like rain, gonna wash away my pain. Looks like rain coming down. Looks like rain, gonna wash away the stain. Like rain coming down, coming down. Looks like rain.
So, your style of music, what would you consider it?
The songs I write are Americana, I would say. They're real straightforward folk rock, or however you want to say it. I have a hard time pigeonholing it, but acoustic guitar is what I write everything on, and then as it translates into many different carnations, whether it's a duo or solo acoustic or with a full band, but always at the roots of it is Americana and straightforward, honest songwriting.
So songwriting itself then, what influences you? What inspires you to write the songs like even that we've played today?
That probably comes from a number of different directions. I should say I'm not a prolific songwriter. I don't write a song a day like some friends of mine do in the industry, and I probably should as an exercise, but I kind of wait for inspiration. And normally what will happen is I'll get in a certain mood behind an incident in my life, or watching something unfold in someone else's life or a friend's life, and it kind of just falls together. I'll stumble across a melody and add some chords to it, and the good ones take as long to write as they are to perform. So they just kind of come in one shot normally.
And so when you sit down, basically what you're telling me then is that you sit down and you can go from beginning to end and write a song in one sitting.
That's happened on a majority of the songs that I've written. I'll have the lyrical sketch in my head, and once that melody pops in there, adding chords to it, sometimes I'll struggle and go back with a bridge to add a bridge or something like that, but predominantly it flows out as a whole. Yeah.
Take me to the place where love stays. Desert heat can't drive my heart away. I've stood here waiting motionless, watching the horizon just to see your face. Taking back to better days when you and I would stare into each other's eyes. All at once it ended, and you took refuge in another sin. What you need right now, open up yourself for a friend. What you want right now, open up yourself for a friend. 3 stars shine the brightest when you look into the heavens on a summer night. One is for the children, one is for the suffering, the one that shines so bright. Ice blue waters carry us to fires of hell, they take us back to better days. Days when you were by my side, sharing life together. Was such a long ride, such a long, long ride, yeah. for a friend. Here we go. What I need, I see in you. What I see is all brand new. Look at the eyes, the face of what you want right now, what you need right now. Well, all I want right now is a good, good friend. Well, all my good, good friends just need that good, good friend. Oh, all my good, good friends. Well, there's a million things I'd love to tell you right now, but it's gonna take a lot of time. Time for me to listen, time for you to speak, forever's on your mind. That means talk to someone who don't need to know exactly what it is I'm about to say. We'll keep on talking, never listen, never going anywhere that way. Right here's where you'll stay. What you want right now, open up yourself for a good, good friend. What you need right now, open up yourself for a good, good friend. What you need right now, open up yourself for a good, good friend. For a good, good friend. For a good, good friend. For a good, good friend.
Do you struggle with the words itself, connecting well with the melody?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes, and my writing style is not altogether traditional either, in that I'll try and make things fit that otherwise maybe wouldn't fit in a traditional format. But I pay real close attention to my lyrics and that they mean something, they tell a good story. And if I have to use a rubber mallet to make them fit into the cadence of the song, I will. Just makes it more difficult later, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark, I noticed that you play all around town. You play in bands, you play in duels. A lot of musicians tend to only focus on one area. How come you're focusing on many areas at this time?
Well, the short answer is I love to play, and I have a passion for live music, and there's a ton of great live music in Salem, and there's a lot of people out there playing, and the more I partner with people, the more I get to play. And so I do a solo acoustic thing, I do a duo with Randy Fluke called Bro Diddley, which is sort of a pop rock acoustic duo, and then I do a original blues duo with Boyd Small, and then my 5-piece band, Rhinestone Halo, with Jim Dino that you saw playing earlier with us up on the stage, and Kirsten Swanson, and some really good folks in Salem. I like to play, and I have a passion for it, so the more incarnations I can make, the more I can play, without making it suffer too much, with any of them suffer too much by over extending myself. So
Spreading yourself too thin.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Little small town girl packed her bags one lonely day. No one knows what led her to LA. Now she's waiting tables down at 4th and Vine, and she wonders, will it change whatever's on her mind? Vina candles she would burn in the night, lit the sky up like those bright and shining northern lights, and Vina candles she would burn. Don't you fret, my child, there's angels by your side. Mom and Dad are waiting by the phone, but she won't pick it up. She never calls at all. But she's home to waiting by the phone. It's such a standoff, and you know you got no one to lose. Vina candle she would burn in the night, lit the sky up like those bright and shining northern lights, and Vina candle she would burn. Don't you fret, my child, there's angels by your side. Come on, Jimmy! Vina candle she would burn in the night, lit the sky up like those bright and shining northern lights, and Vina candles she would burn. Don't you fret, my child, there's angels by your side. Don't you fret, my child, there's angels by your side. Don't you fret, my child, there's angels by your side.
Have you noticed in Salem that the music that's out there is beginning there's just more of it? You know, I got to say, 10 years ago when I came to Salem, there was hardly any music, it seemed, out in the clubs or in the coffee houses. Now it seems to be more and more. Am I right on that?
Yeah, there's an excitement about live music in a club. And if we don't have venues in Salem that'll support it, we don't have live music. I mean, we'll be playing in our living rooms or basements or our garages, which is nothing wrong with that. But there's another level of excitement coming with playing out in a club, gathering a bunch of people together for a like-minded purpose, and having a ball. And without the venue, that doesn't happen.
Well, Mark, it was great. I mean, good songs, great voice.
Thanks, man.
It's going to be a great show for us and for those that are watching, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And folks, you know, Mark or Elvicious Cash is all over town. You can catch him anywhere. So as far as I can see, that there isn't a venue I don't think he's ever not played at. So anyway, thanks a lot, Mark. I appreciate it.
Tom, thank you for having me. It was wonderful.
Great.
Yeah.
Caught in a tempest, put out the spout, a beggar. Stare down the eyes of forever. I'm going now. Stood in the wreckage of a love gone awry. Sat down and listened as you told all your lies. You were in need, but I wasn't needed. We cut our love, now it's bleeding. I'm going now. I'm going down. I'm going now. I'm Kathy's clown.
Yeah. Slapping good.
Morena.
Marina. Novita.
Norina.
Just say a word and say take one.
Novita. Say it again.
Bodina.
Bodina.
Definitely Bodina.
Novena.
Novena. Take one.
Here we go. Little small town, back to the bags one lonely day. No one knows who led her to LA.
What's she doing?
We have to do this again. No,
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what she was doing.
Velveeta.
Velveeta, take two.
It is cheesy.
It's cheesy.
No, it's a cheese product.
Cheese, right.
Ready?
Yes.
Velveeta. Take two.